Let's solve theorem 10.6. It says that equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. P, Q and RS, these both are chords of this circle with center O. So we have to prove that length OL is equal to length OM. Now we have drawn this circle with center O, and these AB and CD are two chords. The center of AB and the center of CD are joined by this line called MN. So whatever information is given, we will write it down. Given AB is equal to CD, and we have to prove that OM equal to ON. For that we will do a construction. We will join OB and OD. Now in triangle OMB and OND, OMB and OND, angle M equal to angle N. These both are equal. They are equal to 90 degrees. We write the reason: because each is 90 degrees. Now BO equal to DO. BO equal to DO. Why we can say that? Because they are radius of the same circle. Radii of the same circle. Here BM equal to DN. BM equal to DN, because half of AB is equal to half of CD, because perpendicular from the center bisects the chord. This chord is being bisected from O. Hence we can say that triangle OMB is congruent to triangle OND by RHS congruency rule. And we can say that OM is equal to ON by corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now let's solve exercise 10.4. We'll solve the fifth sum. It says the three girls, Reshma, Salma and Mandeep, are playing a game by standing on a circle of radius 5 meters. Suppose this is the circle, the radius is 5 meters. All three girls are standing on the circle. Reshma throws ball to Salma, Salma throws it to Mandeep, and Mandeep throws it back to Reshma. If the distance between Reshma and Salma and Mandeep is 6 meters, what is the distance between Reshma and Mandeep? So we have to find out the distance. Exercise 10.4, fifth sum. Now the radius of this circle is 5 meters. This is point O. Here is Reshma standing. We will denote the first letter R, and here is Salma S, and here is Mandeep M. This information is given, and one more distance is given. Distance between Reshma and Salma is 6 meters, and between Salma and Mandeep it is 6 meters each. So this distance is 6 meters, sorry. Now here we have to construct this OR line, OS line, RM line, okay, and we have to draw OL perpendicular to RS. So we will write all this information which we had constructed. Join OR, OS, RS, RM and OM, and OL perpendicular to RS. Now if we consider triangle ORS, in this OS is equal to QR, and this OL is perpendicular to RS by construction, and OS and OR, not QR, OR. OS and OR are constructed. So we will write down OS equal to OR and OL perpendicular to RS. This is by construction. Now RL and LS equal to 3 centimeters. Sorry, 3 meters. Since the distance between R and S is 6 meters and we are drawing OL perpendicular, so it will bisect, the L will bisect RS into 2 equal halves. Now therefore RL will be equal to LS equal to 3 meters. Now if we take this triangle OLS, we have this dimension OS, we have this dimension LS, so we will get dimension of OL by using Pythagoras theorem. So we will write it down. In triangle OLS, using Pythagoras theorem, OL square is equal to OS square minus SL square. Now you know the dimensions of OS is 5 and SL is 3. So 5 square minus 3 square, that is 25 minus 9 equal to 16. Therefore you can say that OL equal to 4 meters. Now if you consider triangle ORK and triangle OMK. ORK and OMK, in this OR is equal to OM. It is the radius, that is equal to 5 meters. We will write it down, OR equal to OM, and we will write the reason, because they are radii of the same circle, and angle ROK equal to angle MOK. Why? Because they are equal chords subtend equal angle at the center, and OK is common, so we can say that triangle ORK is congruent to triangle OMK by side angle side congruency rule. Hence you can say that RK equal to MK, CPCT rule. Now hence you can say that OK is perpendicular to RM. Why we can say? Because the line drawn through the center of a circle to bisect a chord is perpendicular to the chord. Now you can say area of triangle ORS equal to half into base is RS and perpendicular height is OL. We'll name this as equation 1, and area of triangle ORS equal to half of OS into KR. We'll name this as equation 2. Now from equation 1 and 2 we get half of RS into OL equal to half of OS into KR. Now this half will get cut. What will remain? RS into OL equal to OS into KR. So we will write that down. RS into OL equal to OS into KR. And this is equal to 6 into 4 equal to 5 into KR. Therefore, we will find the value of KR equal to 6 into 4 divided by 5, that is equal to 24 divided by 5. If we do, we will get that answer as 4.8 meters. Now we know RM is 2 times of KR. So this will become 2 times of 4.8, that is equal to 9.6 meters. So we got the distance of RM as 9.6 meters. That means the distance between Reshma and Mandeep is 9.6 meters. Now let's try to solve theorem 10.9. It says that angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. First we will draw that circle and I will explain you later. What information is given, we'll write it down. Subtended angles PAQ. This PAQ is subtended angle and PBQ, they are subtended on this circle, and PQ is the chord and O is the center of the circle. So we will write it down, and PBQ on the circle. Chord PQ is subtended and angle POQ at O. Now we have to prove that angle PAQ is equal to angle PBQ. We have to prove this. Now we shall start with the proof. Angle POQ is equal to 2 times of angle PAQ, and same way likewise angle POQ is equal to 2 times of angle PBQ. First we'll name this as equation 1 and we'll name this as equation 2, and we will give the reason because angle subtended by an arc on center is double by the angle on any other point of circle. Now from equation 1 and 2 we get 2 times of angle PAQ equal to 2 times of angle PBQ. This 2 will get cut, therefore we will get angle PAQ equal to angle PBQ. Thus it is proved. Now let's see theorem 10.11. Theorem 10.11 says that the sum of either pair of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180. Now this is a circle with A, B, C and D points on the circle. If ABCD is a quadrilateral, we have to prove that this angle A plus angle C equal to 180 and angle B and D is also equal to 180. When you add these two, the sum should be 180. So for that we will join AC and BD and we will name this angle as 4, this angle as 2, this angle as 1 and this angle as 3. So what information is given? We will write it down. Given ABCD is a quadrilateral and we have to prove angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degrees and angle B plus angle D equal to 180 degrees. For that we have joined AC and BD. Now we'll start with the proof. Angle 1 which we have named is equal to angle 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 because they are angles in the same segment by the chord AB. We write the reason. Angles in the same segment by chord AB. In similar manner, we can say angle 3 equal to angle 4. Same reason, angle in the same segment by chord BC. This BC. So these both are equal. Now first we'll name this equation 1 and this as equation 2. Adding equation 1 and 2 we get angle 1 plus angle 3. These both on the left hand side will be equal to these both on the right hand side, angle 2 plus angle 4. Now 1 plus angle 3 is angle D. So in place of this we'll write angle D, and in place of angle 2 it will remain as it is, and angle 4 will also remain as it is. Now if we add angle B, on both sides, what we will get? Angle D plus angle B equal to angle 2 plus angle 4 plus angle B. Now 2 plus 4 plus B, this all three will add up to 180 degrees. By angle sum property, we will write it down. Angle sum property of triangle ABC. Now in this quadrilateral ABCD, angle A plus B plus C plus D is 360 degrees. Why? Because they are angles of a quadrilateral. Now if we add angle A and angle C and angle B plus angle D, it will not change the equation. So now you know, here we have written angle D plus angle B is 180. So in place of angle D and B will substitute 180. So we will write here same, angle A will remain as it is, angle C will remain as it is, and in place of B and D we have written 180. Therefore we can say that angle C plus angle A equal to 360 degrees minus 180 degrees, that is equal to 180 degrees. So we have proved that angle A and angle C is equal to 180 and angle B plus angle D equal to 180. Let's solve exercise 10.5. We will solve the second sum. It says that a chord of a circle is equal to the radius of the circle. Find the angle subtended by the chord at a point on the minor arc and also a point on the major arc. OP is the radius of the circle, OR is the radius of the circle, and PQ is a chord, QR is also a chord. We have to find the angle subtended by the chord, this chord PR, that is we have to find the angle POR. This is AB, we'll name it AB as the chord. The center of the circle will name that as O. D is any point on the circle, right, and C is any point on the circle. We will make one triangle ABO in which distance AB is equal to distance OA. We have to find out angle ADB and angle ACB. What information is given? We will write it down. Given in circle C, the center point is O and has a radius R, and OA distance is equal to AB distance. We have to find angle ADB and angle ACB. How we will solve? What is the solution for that? We will consider triangle OAB. OAB, in this OA is equal to AB, it is given, and OA is equal to OB. These are the radius of the circle. So we will write it down. OA equal to AB. This information is given, and OA equal to OB. They are radii of same circle. Hence you can say that OA equal to OB equal to AB from above these two equations. So this triangle now hence triangle OAB will be equilateral. Because we have proved it above. Now therefore angle AOB will be 60 degrees. Why we can say? Because each angle of a quadrilateral is 60 degrees. Now therefore angle AOB equal to twice of angle ADB. Why we can say that? Because angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the circle. Rearranging this, we will get half of angle AOB equal to angle ADB. Now you know that angle AOB is how much? 60. So in place of AOB we will write 60. This is angle ADB. Therefore angle ADB is equal to 30 degrees. Right? When you cut 60 by 2 you get 30. So now you can say that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now if you add this angle ACB and ADB, if you add this both angles, the sum will be 180. Because since it is a quadrilateral, opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal to 180. So we will write angle ACB plus angle ADB equal to 180 degrees. Because the sum of either pair of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degrees. Now ACB you don't know, so you will write it as it is, angle ACB. Now ADB you know, that is equal to 30 degrees. So in place of ADB we will write 30 and we will solve the value of angle ACB. ACB will be equal to 180 degrees minus 30 degrees, that is equal to 150 degrees. So we have found out angle ACB value as 150 degrees. Now let's solve 6th sum. It says that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral whose diagonals intersect at point E. If DBC equal to 70 degrees and angle BAC is 30 degrees, find angle BAD. Further, if AB equal to BC, find angle ECD. So now we have drawn this quadrilateral A, B, C, D. The center where these two lines meet, will name that as E, and angle DBC is given as 70 degrees and angle BAC is given as 30 degrees, and we have to find ECD. We have to find this ECD angle. Angle BDC equal to angle BAC. How we can say that these are same? Because they are angles in the same segment. Angle BDC will be equal to 30 degrees. So, okay. Now, if we take triangle BDC, angle BCD plus angle BDC plus angle DBC, all three will add up to 180 degrees. Now angle angle BCD plus 30 degrees plus 70 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Angle BCD plus 70 plus 30 is 100. This will remain as it is. So we'll get the value of angle BCD as 180 minus 100, that is 80 degrees. Now if AB is equal to BC, if AB equal to BC, then angle BCA will be equal to angle BAC. So we can say that angle BCA is equal to 30 degrees. BCA will also be equal to 30 degrees. Now here angle ECD is, means if you add ECD plus this BCE and plus BCD all, let's see what we will get. BCE will be equal to angle BCD. How I have written this? See properly. ECD plus BCE. This plus this is how much? It is 80 degrees. So now you will find the value of angle ECD equal to this BCD is 80 and this BCE is 30. So when you subtract, you will get the value of ECD as 50 degrees. Now let's solve sum number 7. It says that if diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral at diameters of a circle through the vertices of the quadrilateral prove that it is a rectangle. First we will draw the figure and then I will explain you. Now we have drawn this circle and we have marked points A, B, C, D which are on the circle. We have to prove that this is a rectangle. This quadrilateral is a rectangle. Now AC, you know, it is the diameter of the circle. So we will write it down. AC is diameter of the circle. Hence, angle ADC, this angle ADC will be equal to 90 degrees, and angle ABC will also be equal to 90 degrees, because this AC will divide the circle into two equal halves. This equal to 90 degrees and angle ABC equal to 90 degrees. Let's name this as equation 1. We will write the reason for this. Because angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Similar, BD is also a diameter of the circle. Hence, you can say that angle BAD is equal to 90 degrees and angle BCD equal to 90 degrees. Same reason. We'll name this equation 2 and we'll write the reason for that is same. Angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Now from equation 1 and 2, we have angle ADC equal to angle ABC equal to angle BAD equal to angle BCD equal to 90 degrees. Hence, you can say that ABCD is a rectangle. Now let's solve sum number 8. It says that if the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, prove that it is cyclic. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC and AD is equal to BC. We have to prove that it is cyclic. Trapezium ABCD is given where AB is parallel to DC and AD is equal to BC. These two information is given. We will construct AD which is parallel to BE. We will draw one line BE which is parallel to AD starting from B. So we will draw AD parallel to BE. Now in quadrilateral, this is the symbol for quadrilateral, ABED. ABED. First we will draw it. AB is parallel to DE, right? Is given, and AD is parallel to BE. This is by construction. Hence, we can say that ABED is a parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. AD equal to BE. We can say this because opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, and it is given that AD equal to BC. This information is given. So we can say that BE equal to BC from these two equations. Now in triangle EBC, BE equal to BC. This is proved above. This BE equal to BC. Hence we can say that angle C is equal to angle 2. We'll name this as equation 1 and we'll write the reason because in an isosceles triangle, the angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Same way we can say angle A equal to angle 1. We'll name this as equation 2. Why we can say that they both are equal? Because opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. These all symbols I am writing so that it is fast. Here angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to 180 degrees. Why we can say? Because of they are a linear pair. Now angle A plus angle C we can write in place of angle 1 and 2. This will be equal to 180 degrees. This is from equation 1 and 2. Hence we can say that ABED is a cyclic quadrilateral. It is proved. Rest other sums are for homework, right? We will continue the next chapter in the next video. By then, goodbye.